their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we see who's better in the NFC between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
Chad Ryland will have the honor of getting us started, and we're off from MetLife. Has this at the 6. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops. He picked up close to 4. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Completed to his running back. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Philadelphia.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. So you go to Barkley again. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Short pass brought in. And this nearly got there, but he hit the sideline just short. This is going to be 4th and about a yard to go.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. On 4th down, Hurts. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
Come on.
To throw, Milton. Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, it's Milton. Right back to Neighbors, and he's got it. Take him down right along the 30. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he manages to find a little traction on that Soaps field as he fights forward for a couple. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. Up to the left side finds Johnson. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
The 7-yard line.
From the red zone now. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down. No luck finding his receiver that time. It's 2nd and goal. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 start. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of...
You leaving?
Cooper to Gene in to pick it up. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time.
Come on.
Points on the board for that defense with that effort.
And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Hurts now from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You and I know, Kate, it's on average about 60 to 65 plays a game, somewhere between 10 and 12 third downs. And what you don't want to do is start 0 for 2 in that column.
And he drives this into the pouring rain. This is taken at the 44. And a nice return. Has him looking at a very short field now. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Let's go now.
Has him on a quick hitter. He's got it in the red zone. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
He's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
He finds Neighbors right side. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants go up 6-0 here in the 1st. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. He fields it from the 8. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
Catch is made in close. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth a salt will want to this. really crave man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
So they fire for the end zone on first down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on second and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming as a fan, as a defensive coordinator, because in offense you you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on.
And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Call it a gain of 2 that time, and it leaves him only a yard away on 4th and goal. Just about a yard to the markers, and they're going to take the risk and go for this.
Here we go. 68.
They're going to try to throw for it. And got his man. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take a 13-0 lead. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Ryland now for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Giants drive out to an early 14-0 lead. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And they get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. The Giants in control so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have second down behind the sticks. Barkley off the pistol again. And that's good for a few. It brings up 3rd down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts.
Oh,
this is
what?
downfield to Smith. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. Give him 37 on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown!
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Let's go.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. On the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive.
39-yard line.
Here's Milton, 1st and 10.
Oh, wow.
Left, incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's right near that 1st down marker as the stop is made at the 48.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they're left with 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
And they'll turn it over on Davis. That pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
So bad.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen on the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge next time the ball comes his way.
And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
Hey,
Brings
Silver,
up
Silver,
2nd
Silver.
and 2.
No, stop, stop. Trimmer. No, stop.
Now Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And they get this down to the 28. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's good for Eagles. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Saquon. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
No, stop, stop.
Hurts setting up to throw. Hits his running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Just give this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
35-yard line.
Hold the ready.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10.
79 Broncos. Stephanie. Cougar 19. Buffalo 18. Go.
Back to throw. Here's Milton. Defender runs wide as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free.
Perfect play
Incomplete.
call.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Milton going to throw again here, 2nd and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
It's It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Now Milton to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. So they come through with 6, and they're rewarded for going for it on 4th down. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Milton now. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage is broken off with that gain.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Trap 50, trap 19, Charger, 19, Charger.
Milton. Throwing the out route complete. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Ready?
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Good play, good play. And give him 10 yards there. A lot of work done as they set up 3rd and very short. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Caught just shy of the goal line. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. It's 4th down now. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. In close, they're going to pass on that field goal. They're going for it. A touchdown and a first down, both on the table. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
50% hit rate on 4th down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate, and that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
And that is a crunching hit that ends our opening half. Set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Milton. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Out of the gun. It's Milton. Short pass brought in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
At the 34-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. He works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After that little 8-yard scoop, here comes 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Milton. He's got it near the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take the lead right away in half number 2. And with that score, a pretty elite milestone he's reached. Just the 4th time a quarterback's thrown 50 touchdown passes in one season as his success rolls on. That one right down the middle. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7. All set now for the kickoff. Rylands with the honors. Brings it in at the 13. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And before he can reach the first, he's stopped. But this is close. Ball to the 45-yard line.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Let's go, Brian.
They never gave him a shot to get that single yard.
Oh, they better block you.
Yardage, 4th down coming up. The Eagles are in punt formation. Pulled in at the 20. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants push their lead further to start the half. They have him back there because of what he can do with even the smallest sliver of daylight. And for my money, Brock, there aren't many plays more exciting than seeing a punt return for a touchdown.
You know, it kind of reminds me of the playground back in the day, right? You play tag, and you just can't get to that guy. He's just making you miss. Whether it is, I don't know, Devin Hester, Dante Hall, Human Joystick, or Cordero Patterson, those elite guys, you just can't bring them down.
Now, Brock, you always tell me they're special for a reason. Quite the boost from their special teams on that score as they kick it away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
An offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Throw left side, complete. And he'll get it up to the 27.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan's favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it's good coverage, contested catches. They really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Into a crowd, and the defender comes up with it. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Giants get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. All set to go now from the 35. 1st down, play action. he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants parlay the interception into points. And he'd already matched the career best of Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes at 50 passing touchdowns. Rush coming off the edge, and they block it! And he's thrown down. It was a long shot after the block anyway, and they're unable to add anything on top of that touchdown. After seeing his point after blocks, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. Here's a return from the 7. He brushed him off at ease. And this drive will start inside the 25. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Great, set.
They'll start this one out with Barkley. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
They've got first down here from the 36. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you're throwing the coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Great, set.
Throw here, 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Takes it in at the 26. That's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's the handoff. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off a defense at any time.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Top low 80. Top low 80.
To the air on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
And this just gets past the 20 before going out.
At their own 19-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Great, set.
Hurts now from the gun.
Oh,
And he'll go down after
buddy.
pushing this up to the 29.
These
Oh,
in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
They go with Barkley here. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Completed to his running back. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion, it made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Barkley on a shotgun handoff. He stops, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. We've set it down from 37. Zone read gift here to Barkley. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line. It's defense all over this one.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. On the move, headed right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Okay, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the 1st. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That's on 1st down. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that separation can create the big play down the field.
And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
There's another for him. And he fires across for the touchdown. The Eagles get it back to within 2 possessions. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles drop the lead back to 13. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
And they're on the 24-yard line.
New York to the line. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Fits it through the middle. On the move, 40, into the red zone. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants make it a 3-score game in the fourth. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His third through the air this game. And now the Giants keeping the offense on the field. We've got a 2-point attempt coming up. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the fourth.
Eagles 21. Chad Ryland to kick off.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. This return starts at the 5. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. We've set it downs for him from the 31. On first down, Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
A gain of 15 there, and that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard
Hurts
line.
looking to throw. Got it, makes the catch. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurate?
And the defender comes away with it. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Giants take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
You knew it before this drive started, the field goal was not going to be good enough, but that meant the coverage also knew how to play it, how to concentrate, how to focus, and those defenders, they influenced that play. And even more so, took it away. You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once, and especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Third down and 9.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down. The Giants are set to punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. And that hits and heads out beyond the 45, but short of the 40.
First and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. He's loaded another one up. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Giants get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10.
Their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. 70 Rangers, 70 Timberwolves. Let's go.
And the Birds got to it.
Hey, Kate, these last few minutes make me want to look away. A really rough series of events here for an old retired quarterback to watch.
Wish you could see him up here. All these turnovers not doing it for you, partner?
Well, the interception, I mean, start there. But immediately the fumbling the ball right back over, that's not too good either. And they know they just fumbled away any critical opportunity.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Here's the backup. First throw. On and quick, and they bring it down. This defense is going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
Got it. Ready? Let's go.
3rd calling for him here. Going deep here for the end zone. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man.
Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Giants have it now on his 8th pick of the year.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one count.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants very close to an 11th win this season. Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Stephanie, go!
Another carry for him. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stops. Often track it down for a loss on the outside.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Punt meets him at the 28. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
At their own 37-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. Gets a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get those feet down.
Hits his running back. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
60 Vikings, 60, 70 Timberwolves.
From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. That one connects. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles get it back to within 2 possessions. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles get it back to a 14-point game.
Eagles, 28.
Now, time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. Oh, the Eagles are celebrating, and they did. They got that one back. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. Oh, just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Pass play now. Trying to push deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season.
And they're in some of the danger right there, Kate, when you're just over-aggressive. I get it. You want to capitalize on that takeaway. You want to take a shot. You want to add to the momentum of it. But you know what? Checkdowns can be your friend, too. You cannot force it in that situation.
Well, this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play sat down behind the line. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop them up.
They've been doing it.
And Probably head for a few. It's third down. So here at MetLife, it's the G-Men who come away with the win. And they continue playing their best ball of the season over this recent stretch as they pick up a 6th consecutive victory.